Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest installment of our Let's Innovate webinar series, where we explore the ideas, technologies, and strategies shaping the future of innovation in the federal space. I'm Linh Hoang, CEO of the Outpost, and I am thrilled to have you with us today. And today's conversation is about driving federal efficiency with process intelligence. And we have an incredible guest to help us unpack this timely and transformative topic. Joining us is Greg Sewell, Public Sector Strategic Account Executive at Celonis. Greg works directly with government agencies to drive digital transformation through process optimization. With his background in public sector consulting and enterprise technology, Greg serves as a bridge between mission priorities and the execution intelligence capabilities of Celonis, helping agencies uncover inefficiencies, streamline operations, and deliver measurable results through real-time data and actionable insights. With government modernization accelerating and with automation and artificial intelligence taking center stage, process intelligence has emerged as a crucial pillar for achieving real operational transformation. But what does process intelligence really mean in the federal context? How can it complement AI to deliver lasting impact? And what does it take for an agency to be ready for it? So whether you're a technology leader, a policymaker, or simply curious about how innovation can revolutionize federal efficiency, you are in the right place. So let's dive right in. Greg, welcome to Let's Innovate. And for those of us who may not be familiar, could you give us a quick overview of Celonis and who are your customer and what problems are you solving?
Yeah, sure, Lynn. Well, thank you again for having me. It's great to be on this forum talking about Celonis and process intelligence. But Celonis is a global leader in process intelligence, and our mission is ultimately to help organizations discover, monitor, and improve how work actually happens across their enterprise systems and tools. Celonis was founded in 2011 in Munich, Germany, and since then we've seen significant growth across every region and industry with over 3,000 customer deployments. Our customers range from some of the largest government entities to some of the biggest companies in the world who are looking to improve operational performance.
Great background, very solid. What I'd like to talk about next is what is process intelligence really in today's federal landscape? The terms like artificial intelligence is on everyone's lips. But when folks hear about process intelligence, they often assume it's some sort of automation or AI offshoot. Can you break it down for us? What exactly is process intelligence and how does it relate or differ from AI?
Yeah, it's a great question, and there's a lot to unpack there. So I'll kind of break it down into three different components. One, provide a little bit of context. Two, what is process intelligence? And then three, how do we complement some of these AI initiatives, technologies? So Lynn, I want to kind of put you in the seat of, a public servant, running a particular agency. It could be Veterans Affairs, for example. And think of your agency as a highly coordinated system where countless of processes are being executed on a daily basis. Those processes could be funding approvals, claim processing, procurement, compliance checks, etc. Now think of those processes as the connective tissues linking systems, people, data, and policies together within your organization. When these processes are not running the way they were designed, an organization is not going to be performing at the best of its ability. And because of this, organizations will run into a variety of different challenges. And so what Celonis does is it connects directly to transactional data in systems like an ERP system, CRM, or even a case management, and provides a real-time end-to-end view of how processes are running across those various systems. We like to call it here at Celonis a process digital twin. With that digital twin, this enables organizations to identify inefficiencies, ensure compliance, and take targeted action to improve performance. I heard this analogy the other day, and I can't take credit for it, but it really stuck with me because it's like going into a dark room and turning on the lights. And suddenly you can see where things are getting stuck, what's working well, and what you need to prioritize to fix. Put that into kind of your existing enterprise architecture, and that's ultimately what process intelligence can do and help uncover within an enterprise. I think to answer your third piece of your question around AI. AI is a broad category with a lot of subjects. And I think we both know AI has the potential to completely revolutionize enterprise operations. AI is only as good as the data it's receiving. And if you're looking to improve your processes without business context, most of these AI projects are going to fail. So what process intelligence does is not only gives an organization 100% visibility into processes, but it provides that business context on how organizations are operating and running today. This context will ultimately allow AI to reliably solve complex problems and deliver on meaningful results. And so when you put that in the perspective of federal agencies, that means better service delivery, a reduction in waste, fraud, and abuse, and more confidence in how programs are being executed.
That's a really great background information on process intelligence. Let's get concrete. What are some of the real world use cases where process intelligence has already made a difference in federal space?
Yeah, so I think the unique thing about Celonis is we are system and process agnostic. So there are a variety of different use cases that we can tackle across any segment. Within public sector specifically, we're really focused on some core use cases around audit readiness, trying to achieve a clean audit, navigating large system modernization efforts. This could be a case management upgrade, an ERP system upgrade, or just general process efficiency and cost takeout initiatives. Today, we have a variety of different public sector customers that are utilizing our technology across these different use cases. And I'll give an example of two. One is a state customer who implemented Celonis to support a legislative audit, which basically found that there was billions of dollars going out the door with not proper oversight. So in less than 12 weeks, they plugged in Celonis. They were able to get 100% visibility into their procurement process and identify where non-compliant spending was occurring and why it was happening. A secondary result of that is they were able to slash their audit times, cut their procurement cycle times in half, and begin leveraging statewide contracts across the state more effectively. On the federal side, we have a few different scenarios where federal clients are utilizing us ahead of their ERP transformation. And if you think about their traditional way of trying to do current state discovery, where you bring all your subject matter experts in a room, you interview them to try and understand how processes are flowing. The challenge with that is you're really only going to get a sliver of an understanding of what is occurring in those day-to-day executions. And so what Celonis is and how Celonis is being utilized across the federal space is producing those end-to-end digital twin process maps to leverage within those discovery sessions in an effort to try and shape what that future state ERP system is going to look like. And in doing so, they're able to control their cost and ultimately de-risk that overall transformation effort.
Yeah, Celonis provides an incredible, powerful product, but tech alone isn't enough. What is needed from an agency side for a successful implementation? Are there red flags that you're seeing that might signal an agency isn't quite ready for this kind of transformation?
Yeah, it's a great question, Lynn. And while Celonis is a powerful technology that can deliver incredible insights, it definitely is a collaborative approach with the agency. But lasting success is ultimately going to come from that strong partnership within that agency. And so from the agency side, I would say the key ingredients for success, for successful implementations are executive sponsorship and mission alignment. So there needs to be some type of senior leadership who needs to champion the initiative and tie it directly to mission outcomes, not just technology metrics. I would say the other thing is cross-functional engagement. Process intelligence is most likely going to cross over different functional areas from finance to procurement to HR. And having representation from each of those business units will be critical for decision making. I'd say the last key indicator for success is really just openness to process change. The biggest wins are going to come when agencies are willing to address root causes, not just treat the symptoms. You mentioned red flags, so kind of to counter, the success criteria. But what we see as some potential red flags is really focusing solely on just installing Celonis without defining clear outcomes up front. I'd also say the lack of kind of a change agent or cross-agency coordinator to really help communicate this effort and transformation journey. And then the last piece is just really treating process intelligence as an IT project rather than an enterprise-wide initiative. And I think when all these conditions are in place, agencies not only see quick wins, but they can also build that cultural momentum needed for long-term transformation.
Yeah, thank you for that highlight. The technology is great, but agency got to have the willingness and also be ready for the implementation as well. And you're super spot on. Greg, what makes what Salone is doing right now in the federal space feel really special or different to you?
Yeah, I think there's obviously a lot going on across the federal and state and local market today. And I think what's different about federal innovation is really this convergence of urgency, proven technology, and rising public expectation. Things like cloud, AI, and analytics are really no longer experimental projects because they're delivering measurable results within months and not years. And I think you take that and combine it with kind of that post-pandemic mindset of rapid change is possible. Agencies are really in this unique window to be able to modernize, improve transparency, and deliver on mission outcomes faster than ever before. So I'm very bullish and very excited about what the future holds for government and for technology.
I'm glad that you are bullish and excited about the future. So let's fast forward. Imagine it is 2023 and process intelligence is fully integrated across the government system. What are the long-term impacts that you see agencies embrace this approach at scale, and what does success look like?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity in government today. And I think if we do our job here at Celonis and help educate the market, I think some long-term impacts would include, better service delivery. So citizens receiving timely, accurate, and consistent services without unnecessary delays. Uh, Proactive operations. So agencies being able to identify and address issues in real time before they disrupt programs or mission outcomes. And then I think that third one is really just greater transparency and accountability. Whether it's leaders, oversight bodies, or even the public can clearly understand how resources are being utilized, as well as how tax dollars are being spent.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Greg, for sharing your insight with us today. That brings us to the end of today's Let's Innovate conversation in driving federal efficiency with process intelligence. A huge thank you to our guest, Greg Sewell, for his insights, expertise, and practical perspective on how process intelligence can transform the very way federal agencies operate. The examples and strategy really brought the concept to life. And for those of you watching, I hope this session has given you a clearer picture of how data-driven process optimization, when paired with AI and automation, can unlock efficiency, improve mission outcomes, and empower federal workforce for the future. We encourage you to continue being part of this conversation, explore more about Celonis and their process intelligence, and think about how these ideas can be applied in your own workplace and for your clients. So if you enjoyed today's webinar, please be sure to check out other sessions in the Let's Innovate series, where we spotlight the thinkers and innovators driving change across government and industry. Thank you again for joining us. Until next time, let's keep innovating.